Hey, this is Shumi from OVERDRIVE, and that is the 2017 Harley-Davidson Road Glide. It represents the new touring line, and there's a lot of new stuff on it, but more importantly, this motorcycle is coming to India, and we'll talk about that before the video is over. So let's start with what's new. This is the newest part of the motorcycle. That's the new Milwaukee 8. This is the 107. That's 1750cc. It's twin cooled. That means that is a oil cooler over there. It's cooling the valves, and this is a new, it's called the 8 because it's a new 4-valve head. It's a completely new engine. Let's start at the bottom. The crankshaft, similar to before, but the weights on the flywheel have been moved further out from the axis of rotation. Allows them to create more inertia without increasing the weight of the engine. Single camshaft, drives push rods up to the top. I already told you there's oil cooled. There's also the 114, which is a 1870cc engine that goes on the CVOs, also called the Milwaukee 8, but obviously a bigger engine. Makes 10% more torque, and there are a lot of changes. So the air cleaner, for example, it's narrower than before. If you look, it's not that thick, so it's more in the motorcycle, so allows ergonomics to work better. The exhaust ports are more recessed, so these header pipes are further away from you, and again it keeps the heat away from the rider. It's one of the things that Harley-Davidson is very clear about. The catcon is now actually at the end here, also keeps the heat away from the pillion as well as the rider. Also new suspension. This is a 49mm Showa fork. It's got what they call dual bending valves. Effectively two washers somewhere here on the fork. They're clamped on the inside, they're loose on the outside. So when you need damping force, the washers bend and create a progressive curve. That's why the name dual bending valve forks. At the rear, also by Showa, twin shocks. This is the slave unit. It's a very simple unit, no adjustments. This is the master unit. It's got preload adjustment with a remote adjuster. It's like a knob that you turn, you can hear it click. Harley-Davidson says that it offers as much as 20 to 30% more preload range than the previous one. You can adjust it without tools because the side panels come off without tools. Just to give you an example, you basically turn those to get rid of it, and then you're able to access the preload adjuster on the other side. Simple set of meters on this bike. You've got a fuel gauge, voltmeter, the speedo with a digital readout, and the rev counter, fuel gauge, and this is how you turn the bike off. What I really like about it, design, that's the new bat wing. As you can see, it leans sort of forward. It's very impressive to look at when it's coming at you in the mirrors. It's a very nice fairing. No buffeting yesterday to almost 80 miles an hour. I'm really kicked to have ridden it. I was a fan of the Road King when I rode it a couple of months ago. Obviously the new Road King will come to India, but I think the Road Glide is an even better touring motorcycle. And the only flaw, I think, and that's in the context of riding it in India, is that the suspension, very nice on smooth surfaces, controls Volo and all of those things really well, but sharp bumps, you could feel them, and I think we have a lot of sharp bumps in our riding conditions, so we'll see how this bike works out when it comes to India. When is it coming to India? Harley-Davidson is not confirmed. It should be there before the year is out. It will be a CBU. Prices should be in the 28 to 30 lakh rupee region, I think. But again, Harley-Davidson has said it's too early to talk pricing for future products. When it comes, we'll see. Yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the new Road Glide. I'm a fan. I really like riding it.